When you're hot, you're hot. You really shoot your shot. You're dynamite child. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy, D.C. Curry. Until you get notice of me legally changing my name, we'll go with that. You listening to This Race, live, This Race. Well, our motto is no hate, but no fear. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, but we never run. You also got to know when to sit down and not drive. I got my main man, Brian Harper.
Always winning.
Always winning. That's that sports talk. Somebody got to lose.
It won't be me, and it won't be us.
I got Michael Eaton. I got DJ Handball Love.
I got the crates in the car ready.
I got Richard Torrance. Put him on the crates, man. His balance seems to be pretty good.
Oh, he gonna get all the way to the end. I put my money on him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I got Still Will. Still Will, technician extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Well, y'all can keep playing with Corona if you want to. Oh, Jesse got it. Jesse and Miss Jackson. Corona, man, been hospitalized. Thank God they had their shots. But, you know, when Jesse was out there protesting, getting arrested and everything, I mean, you know, thank him for what he did. Because I got in trouble. I ain't going to call it trouble, but his son didn't like something I said about him years ago. And I had to tell his son, man, you can kiss my ass, man.
Not Jesse Jr.
Jesse Jr., man. I told him kiss my ass. But I had told a joke involving Reverend Jackson. It wasn't nothing really hate-oriented or nothing. It was when Jesse said something about Bush. Bush put them private eyes on him and found out he had just had a baby outside his marriage.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
my joke was saying, I don't care what he did, it still doesn't take away from the positive things he did for the movement and for humanity and for black folk. Jesse took offense to it, Jesse Jr. took offense to it. So we were talking to the black congressman in D.C. And he talked about how I hated his daddy and all that.
Sounds to me he was just a little bit overly sensitive about that, something that was very truthful about his father.
Yeah.
And if he's supposed to be...
But I didn't tell the joke there. I had told the joke on a cruise, and he was there. And everybody started hollering, Jesse Jr. here, Jesse Jr. I said, this ain't no, you know, everybody know what happened. This ain't no joke like I'm dissing his daddy. On the contrary, I'm saying no matter what the government, no matter what Bush said, I still held the man in high esteem for the accomplishments he had done and for what he had done. And Jesse Sr. and my daddy are friends. I can remember when I be at the house and my daddy and Jesse be talking. But he went up there and said, D.C. hate all preachers and everything. Now, I was hosting the show, which make you double stupid. Because I'm coming up when you finish.
Well, seems like with him and the way his career is supposed to go, and then he had to take a back seat, seemed like that was the best thing. Seemed like he's way too emotional to be into politics or reach the heights that his dad reached.
I ran his ass up out that room. He got his wife and got out of there. This was at the Black Congressional Congress Group. And he called himself getting in Miami. But anyway, I hope they recover well.
Yeah.
That corona ain't no joke, boy.
Yeah. And when do you decide if you're Jesse to get out of the way? I mean, we like you said, we appreciate what he did, but to expose yourself during this time of a pandemic, if you're Jesse, when do you say, okay, I got to sit down? And
there's no doubt in my mind, I mean, it's possible that she got it, but I'm pretty sure with Jesse out doing the protests he been doing lately, I would pretty much bet on he got it and took it to her.
Yeah.
Both of them have been vaccinated. And so all the reports would say is they're doing fairly well under circumstances. I think that both of them are still hospitalized. But God bless. Corona ain't no joke, boy. And you don't want your child to wear a mask. You go out and buy masks for them for Halloween. What's damn different?
Right. It is all about, unfortunately, political stance. I can understand if it's people using their religious views, but it's really about the political stance and trying to.
And your boy, did you see your boy in Alabama the other day?
Man, I loved it.
And he mentioned they should get vaccinated, and they turned on it.
And he turned on them. He turned around and said, hey, it's good. He turned around.
It's so good. Yeah, they booted. They booted. That was a funny moment, man. I said, uh-oh. The pit bulls done turned on the trainer.
Man. And if anybody knows anything about Coleman, Alabama, that is his base. I'm talking, they still believe that the South gonna rise again in Coleman, Alabama.
You know it.
So for them to boo him, I thoroughly enjoyed it, because everybody knows I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, but I do give Trump credit for sticking to his lie. He a great pimp, man. He can sit there and say I didn't say it or say I said it.
And you see the video. You see, I heard you say it.
And he still turn around like, hey, it's a good thing. He literally can change it up and nobody holds him in regard. So that's how I see he got all those beautiful women. I used to think because he had money, but when he can do the line he do and get away with it, man, a pimp, man. Might not be a president, but he a pimp.
He's calm, man.
Hey.
He's straight up calm.
He got it going on, man.
He good at it, too. I mean, you got the Republican Party literally now. They still scared of him. And he ain't the president no more.
Mm-hmm. Scared to say something about him.
I mean, they literally scared him. He even told them in Alabama, he said, I got the shot. He was like, man, you done created a monster. They like, get your ass, get it. Where with this?
Mm-hmm. And then he said it's good. He told him, I got the shot. You should do it. It's
the
good.
irony of it to me, of that whole situation, the irony to me is, well, two things. One is the wide disparity between the people he's reaching. Like, a lot of rich people are behind him. And then the poorest of the poor
has nothing. They have nothing.
And they behind him. And I don't know, for him to attract both of them groups with the same bullshit rhetoric is amazing to me. It's amazing to me that a quote unquote poor man in Alabama would think that Donald Trump give a damn about you and he gonna help you come up. But I forget what politician it was that said back in the day, you can make the poorest white man in the world a soldier of yours if you just convince him that he's better than any black man.
And that's where the rich and the poor meet. When Trump came about, he made you feel that was almost okay to say the N-word with no repercussions.
Oh, he definitely let the cat out the bag.
And they was getting close.
He definitely, the covert racists now, he got he's in his groove, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's where they meet at. That's where the common ground is, that he's going to bring it back. Finally, someone that says what's been on our mind.
And so the boy in Florida, it's funny to see some of them talking. You know damn well they don't believe what they're saying. So the boy in Florida, Governor DeSantis, who's so against the children wearing masks, talking about his children. My children ain't wearing no mask. But man, and I hate to say it, boy, I'm not even gonna say it like I want to say it. But let me say it like this. God forbid one or all of his children come up with corona.
Oh, then when it goes to home, that's the only thing that's going to wake these guys up.
Wake them up.
That's
man.
the only thing that's going to wake up the Tucker Callahans and the DeSantis of the world.
Governor
if not, they're going to keep pushing it.
He got it. But for you to say that the kids, he said, well, the mask don't fit right anyway. Well, it's better than no man. And, kids nasty anyway. They coughing on each other, coughing on their hands, burping.
Yeah. It's amazing. You can have children. I've seen them drop a pacifier. They don't even wipe it off and put it back in the kid's mouth, and
right.
and do all of that. Or wake up in the morning after the child done slept all night on the pacifier, and you put it right in his mouth. But you don't want them to put on a mask that's gonna protect them.
And all you gotta do is rinse it off like I do chicken.
Yeah, but they won't even do that.
I drop some chicken on the ground. I'll rinse it over, man. Depending on how many seconds it stay down there, it might not even need rinsing off. You say, what was it, 5-second rule?
It's something. It depends on how good the food is. I done it myself now.
But it's funny. I was eating at a restaurant today, and a piece of food fell off the plate, and no. It fell off onto the table. And I remember the day when I picked it up, and no.
Say, look, it fell into a crowd full of zombies of corona. Say you had to let that piece just stay there. Say you ain't gonna make it,
bro.
Yeah.
Let that go. It definitely.
That COVID has changed everything.
It's changed, man. And now you got the second round. They say get booster shot. Some people who got the original shots are even saying now that they're not gonna get the booster. I'm getting it every time they come out with one. I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to him coming out with the booster shot like everybody looking forward to Kanye's album. He's been promising for 8 months.
I ain't
keep
seen
having listening parties. I'm going to get the booster shot soon as it come out.
I'm right behind you, man. I'm going to be just like a car in the new garage or at the shop. Hey, whatever you can put on me to accessorize me, put it on me. That's what I'm doing. Not dodging at all.
I was watching, well, everybody been watching on Facebook the crate challenge. And I was wondering who I could get to do it. And it's very obvious who amongst us would be a good crate climber. He's not here today. He's not here today.
Okay.
But we will have a crate challenge out on the farm. Black ass Tim. He'll be the crate. I mean, there's no doubt about who's crazy enough to do it.
Tim. I can see Tim trying it.
Yeah.
Let's make sure he wears his Julio Jones jersey so he can feel like Superman. Tim, wish you was here, bud. But I'm looking forward to you going up on those crates.
Yeah, I don't know how you came up with that, though, Brian.
What, talking about the crate challenge?
Yeah, I know that was your idea, man.
Sometimes you sit around and you get to reading the Bible too much and you want to see these miracles performed. And so you just want to think of something, what would be a good sounding miracle? You know what? I'm going to get a whole bunch of milk crates and see what my people can do. So yeah,
I've seen some funny ones too, boy.
Yeah, man.
I was a crackhead girl. They stacked them crates up, man, about 8 or 9 high. She went to the top.
Got up there.
But it was rough coming down, boy. She didn't remember what goes up. Gots to come down. And she came down. Down like a clown. She came down off of there. God bless him, man.
Yeah. Did you see the one when the guy got jealous? The guy almost made it down, and his boy just came and kicked the middle of the stand?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, man, the guy's almost down, and somebody got mad and gas came and kicked the middle of the crates in the middle, and he just fell down, man.
You know eventually somebody going to get hurt.
Oh, man, eventually.
But it hadn't happened yet.
Oh, yeah. They got angels working overtime. Guardian angels are like, what in the heck is going on with this crate challenge, man?
And where they getting them crates from? That's what I want to know.
Man.
They like the milk crates they used to bring to school, the milk, cartons of milk to in school. Where they getting these crates from?
They got to be going to the back of a school or something, man.
I got motor oil in a couple of mine on the back of my truck, but I don't know where I got them from.
But hell, they got on the internet now, the milk crates going for 99 cents a crate.
They selling them.
They selling them.
I bet. Yeah. I bet there's a lot of DJs around here pretty hot. They ain't got nothing to hold their records anymore and CDs. So there's some DJs around here pretty
what
hot.
happened to our crate challenge that we used to do?
Yeah, they going. People in Afghanistan dying. We climbing up on some plastic boxes.
Ain't that America?
You listening to this race. We'll be back.
You ain't gotta say much. I can tell that love means something to you. And when we ain't talking, your thoughts keep telling you you're feeling me too. So why you keep it bottled up? Open, let me show you what I can do. I got nothing to prove. If the pressure too hard, then baby I can turn it loose. It's good times, tell me babe what you waiting on. Your eyes say they don't wanna be alone. I want you, you want me too. Oh. Can I love? Well, I bet ya. Oh. All you gotta do is try. Don't let the moment pass you by. You wanna show me what's inside? I can see it all in your eyes. It's good times. Tell me, babe, what you waiting on? Your eyes say they don't wanna be alone, but you won't find out if you never try. You want my love. Can't find it, you can't find it. Love has found a time for kissing, yeah. Can you find a time to listen? Life's found a time to hold you, yeah. And you found a time of blessing, yeah. Oh, oh.
Your boy Kanye West having another listening party. Hell, we're going to be done heard the Sam song so much by the time he put the album out, They still calling it an album. Don't look at me. CD, whatever the hell you want to call it. So he going to Chicago now.
Streaming.
No corona restrictions, no nothing. No mask required, no vaccination, nothing. Just, come on, they doing it in Soldiers Field. I saw where they, on the stage, he having them build a replica, full-size replica of the house he grew up in.
That's crazy money.
That's what he doing. Man.
That's crazy, crazy money.
Inside Soldier Field, I think it is.
That's crazy money. But, you know, DC, a little while ago, you said Kanye West, and I refuse to call him that. I'm all about calling him Kanye Kardashian because he's been crazy ever since he married her. So we don't know what Kanye want to be.
He changed his name now. You know, he filed papers last week to legally change his name.
What's he changing the name to?
Yay.
Yay. Yay what? Yay, get the hell off the stage?
Just Yay.
Yay.
Y-E.
Yeah.
Y-E. Yay.
Yeah, right. And Prince tried that. That shit don't work.
Yeah, he was still Prince. He did a whole different symbol. Nobody ever, everybody said, hey, here comes the symbol.
They said R. Kelly
and
tried
Johnny
to change
G.
his name to get out of jail, but it didn't work.
I changed his name to Bill Cosby. Hey, let me out here. Who are you? I'm Bill Cosby, man.
Nah, you got to stay right here. Where's my Jell-O pudding?
I ain't heard nothing else about our trial. What's happening with it?
Who you talking about? Your boy Robert?
Stuart, the
Kelly.
last
Robert.
thing,
I heard about it today.
last thing they saying that he had some little girl smear feces all over her.
I heard he had some little boys in there.
Hey.
Well, I'm
One
gonna
of the
go.
girls turned on him.
I'm gonna go off what the people talking the trial, the stuff y'all saying. I'm plausible deniability on that, but it is some people that did work for him that said he definitely, along with the girls that he had slept with, some of the women that worked for him made him perform sexual favors, and
He made them.
perform sexual favors
Yeah.
in acts with those women. And I'm not saying that they didn't do it, but I'm just wondering, like, if you worked for him, was on payroll, and you never said anything, like, why now? Like, you know, if you sat there and you knew he was doing that to those little girls,
Yeah, you know.
and they're just quiet.
I mean,
So,
I personally don't think he ever gonna see the light of day.
nah. After watching the part of the day, like I said, I've watched a little bit of the trial today. It's funny that you brought that up. He's just got so many other things against him. The pedophilia, the pictures, some things that they brought up with him and Aaliyah. It's just, it's crazy that all that stuff is coming about 20-some years later.
Every time I see him going in and out of trial, and they start talking about that pedophile stuff, all I can think of is that song. Age ain't nothing but a number.
That's what Aaliyah said. And they brought that up. It's funny you should say that. They brought that up, that Aaliyah, he wrote that song for Aaliyah, that age ain't nothing but a number, you know. And when you hear people talk, like even Timberland said, man, when he saw Aaliyah, he said, man, he just thought she was beautiful. And he said he was in love with her until he found out how old she was. Yeah. And I was like, man, Timberland, you might need to be quiet. You know, Timberland, you might want to keep that to yourself, bro. But yeah, R. Kelly had a problem. It's crazy that we didn't see he had a problem, even after the videotape. Because if you watch the videotape years ago, I'll be the first one to tell you when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I know she slept with R. Kelly and she underage, but that wasn't that girl's first rodeo, man.
No.
Yeah, you could tell. That don't excuse it, but that definitely wasn't that girl's first rodeo when R. Kelly got with her.
I saw one with him pissing on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, back in the 90s.
So let me ask
I saw the VH one.
Let me ask you something, not to get off the subject. But Ron Jeremy, you know Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, he lived around the corner from me in Los Angeles.
How you get convicted of rape and you get
And you a
paid
porn stuff.
to have sex with all kind of women already? I don't understand that right there.
Sex is a hell of a thing, boy.
Yeah. And if you Ron Jeremy, probably never been told no. And then when she told him no, he just figured he called it coercing and she called it rape. And
He like, you want to be in the movies or not?
yeah.
You want to be in porn or not?
Yeah. You know, he just
I mean, it's like, what's his name, man? But I can't really say it like I really want to say it because I know women be marching around here. But
We don't want that.
in some cases, they put themselves in the Bill Cosby case, man. In the what's the big time producer now that he walking in court all
Weinstein?
bent over?
Talking about Harvey Weinstein, yeah.
And some of them women say he did this to me repeatedly. Repeatedly. You stayed there after the first time you didn't say nothing?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Second time you didn't say nothing? He abused me for 6 years. 6 years?
You going right back to that casting couch. I don't understand that.
And I'm not knocking the porn girl, but I'm saying, come on now. You're in the porn business. I mean, I'm not saying that gives him a right to do that now.
Not at all.
By no means am I saying that. I'm just saying you kind of put yourself in a position, a vulnerable position like that. And he's an established porn star. I mean, he's been out there for, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where's the line at when you're going to do an actual act of sex is when you're talking about porn and you're going to allow yourself to be filmed and don't mind being seen by hundreds of thousands of people, but then at what point that, okay, he did me too rough, he did me wrong, like, where is that line at?
I don't know how the particulars about what she claiming, though.
But they said it was like a lot of young girls, teenagers.
Yeah.
For Ron Jeremy?
Yeah, from like 15 to 50, he said. 15 to 50.
But if they came in, he didn't hold a gun and say, hey, y'all go right through that door, get in here right now. They walked in on their own free will. And if he ain't up there, well, how old are you? How old are you? Because I'm telling you, man, I ran across a couple of 15 and 16-year-olds that if they don't tell you other than a conversation, you're not going to know. They look as every bit of 19,
I've seen
20.
some. I ain't never ran across them.
Yeah, I've seen them. Let me watch my words. Appreciate that. That's why you're the veteran, man.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I've seen some girls that are 15 and 16 years old that could easily pass for 19, 20 easily, like it's nothing. So,
Especially nowadays, because they put them steroids in that chicken. And you feed these babies that chicken, and now you got a 9-year-old with some 46 Ds and shit. The
46?
The steroids went through the chicken
and straight to the chest.
and got in the baby, man. You see these little girls now, but still, man, you got that sense enough to know. 12 is 12.
Yeah, these guys, man, when that lower area talking to them, man, they get blurred lines real fast.
And then I think in the case, I've said it before, I think in the case of R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, them guys go to them third world countries and perform, and over there, it's acceptable in that culture. But you can't come back over here and do that. Over there, them girls get married, 12, 13 years old. So they go over there and they be like, oh, this what them squares in America don't know what's happening. And then they come back over here and try to apply that way of life, man. You can't do that shit.
But I'll say this. Other than the out-of-line allegations, nobody says that Elvis saw Priscilla, took her from her parents. Now, he can sit there and say, he didn't touch her. But how many of y'all think he didn't touch her when he brought her in there at 15 until she got 18?
Exactly.
Then Jerry Lewis married his cousin,
Jerry Lewis,
who was like 12 or 13. Nobody in our outroar that, he came on to support. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Boy, R. Kelly needs you.
Huh?
R. Kelly needs you.
I think those are things I just look at back in the day.
There are some
and that don't make it right. Yeah, just because they do it, that don't make it right.
Some crimes I can tolerate.
Right.
But that's one that I just, there's no, to me, there ain't no rationale, you can't tell me nothing if you abuse some child. And if you've done something like that with a child, that's just,
I just want the same energy directed at the so-called king of rock and roll and all these other people. Woody Harrelson is supposedly a Hollywood icon, and he married his stepdaughter.
Yeah, and then I hate to mention it, but what's his name married his stepdaughter too? Brother brother, the actor, used to be on Sesame Street way back in the day, and then he, from Mississippi.
Not Ben Vereen.
No, not Ben Vereen. Oh, come on, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. His career started on
It's been so long since I seen Sesame Street.
What's the brother, man? He's an old man now, but he, you know, No.
Who you talking about? LeVar Cole?
No, not
LeVar Burton?
No, not LeVar Burton, man. Y'all know it was this guy, got a beard. He's an old man now, got a beard. But he started way back in the day. He was on all the children's programs, Sesame Street and Freeman. Is it Morgan Freeman? Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman's on Sesame Street?
Yeah, that's where he came from.
Man, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch.
Man, his stepdaughter.
Nah.
Yeah. Man, his stepdaughter.
Hey, I cannot doubt a man who's walked the path that you've walked, Mr. Curry, but just make sure now, you know, Morgan Freeman did play God.
Yeah, he did. What you saying, Will? All right. Our director got his hand signals mixed up. We'll be back. Yeah, Morgan Freeman. Yeah, it's your boy DC Curry. Here with my main man, Brian Harper. Man, love is in the air.
Is it?
Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Ben just wide open now, man. He out shopping and stuff. He ain't no recluse actor no more. He out shopping. He holding hands with the kids.
That thing is undefeated.
He must have missed that thing when A-Rod was having. I wonder how did he feel when A-Rod was just tearing that.
Showing her the long ball.
Did you see the other day where somebody sent to A-Rod's house, I guess it was a joke, a pizza from Ben Affleck? $150 worth of pizza.
Why would Ben Affleck send my man $150 worth of pizza?
Saying thank you for J-Lo. Duh.
And pizza, that's what I get?
Yeah, I'm saying thank you for
Nah,
J-Lo.
bro, you got to send me more than that.
Of course, they claiming Ben didn't do it, but somebody pranked him and sent it. But whoever did it, was somebody on the inside, because they had A-Rod's address, and they had on there, it was from Ben Affleck, and they had his address on there. So somebody knew both of their addresses, even though they spelled Ben Affleck's name wrong.
being messy. If you ask me, man, I think Ben and Jennifer never stopped talking. I think she always kept him in his back pocket.
I think the same thing, bro.
You know,
I think the same thing.
they didn't just, oh, I'm done over here. Let's get back. I think J-Lo moved the chess pieces when A-Rod wasn't moving fast enough to get married, and Ben always wanted her back. They never stopped talking. So
what
now
she
back
seemed
over there.
like to me, and you know, who am I? I ain't no, by far, I ain't no counselor or relationship guru. By far, I'm defaulted on that. But if you look at Ben Affleck and J-Lo, who would you think is the dominant force in that relationship?
Her all day.
J-Lo. Now, if you look at A-Rod and J-Lo, and A-Rod was a baller, you know.
All day.
She may have had a problem because I don't think she can handle A-Rod like she can probably handle
Not at all.
Ben Affleck.
Nah. You can tell how A-Rod talk on that show, Shark Tank. You can tell A-Rod like a boss.
He like, no,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But Ben Affleck, I believe she probably could.
Lead him by her
She
nose.
could run the relationship.
Yeah, she can run the relationship.
And she seemed like in her other relationship she was running things.
Mm-hmm. She
All
had,
the way from P. Diddy on down.
Oh yeah, had P. Diddy nose wide open. Only person she didn't run was Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes wasn't having it. That's the only. I guess so. She said, "Well, I gotta."
And I think A-Rod was a little too. I think he was a little too. He was a little too much man for
Right.
you know, personality wise.
Right. Shoot, the smartest one was my man, the dancer. He said, "I'm gonna put a baby up in there and get paid."
That
That man
baby.
got to deal with it.
Got that baby.
That darn Casper said, "Hey, I'm gonna put this baby up in you and I'm gonna get paid."
But to each his own. In other sad relationship news, it's been announced that Dale Curry and wife are divorcing.
Yeah, Miss Sonia,
It always shocked me when old people be getting divorced.
33 years of marriage.
Well, I can't say nothing. I've married a long time before I got them. 33 years, that's enough.
33, and now she finna go out there, and she already supposedly living with another guy, but she mad at Dale because Dale won't let her back in the house. What he supposed to do?
I don't blame him. I wouldn't let her back in the house either.
That's what she's saying. That's what the reports are.
What, she want to live with the guy during the weekend with Dale on the
Well,
weekend?
supposedly she waited till she and Dale agreed to separate, and then during COVID, you know, she started dating this guy, and so Dale's like, well, you might as well be living with him, and he don't let her back in the house. So Dale ain't let her back in the house.
What Stefan say about it?
Mom, man, you know.
Because you know you got to follow the money.
Man, you got to think that all the fame that she got was really from Steph, and now you get that type of attention because you are the stepmother. Because let's be honest with you, nobody cared about the mom until they put the camera on and be like, well, dang, all right, you know, the wife look good, but who is you?
Yeah, Miss Curry. All the Miss Currys look good, boy.
Yeah, and that DM filled up, and so she got out there. Because she brought up saying Dale cheated, but her thing was from 1988. You mad from 1988?
1988.
Come on now.
90,
She was ready to be single.
That's 30-something years. That's before Stefan born, wasn't it? I was Stefan. And you know, back in the day, Dale, you know he thought he was a comedian, right?
Dale Curry thought he was a comedian?
Yeah.
I don't see it. Oh, 'cause I guess y'all had to find out who was the best DC between DC, Don, and Dale
No,
Curry.
he would show up and he would host some shows, man.
Really?
In South Carolina, North Carolina. Yeah, he would host some shows.
I can't see him trying to be funny, man. He too much of a pretty boy back in the day.
Yeah, he wasn't funny. I ain't say he was funny.
Just try.
But he was going up hosting shows.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, who do you think was the first one that stepped out first? Let's not take away the NBA years. Let's just say, since Steph been playing, which one you think stepped out of the match first, Dale or Sonya?
Or why stepped out first?
That stepped on.
Boss, I would be totally out of my league to even speculate on that. I have no idea. I don't know anything about the relationship. I don't know. You know, he had done some shows that I met him and stuff, but I would just totally be, I could speculate with regards to men and women, but I have zero personal knowledge of either one of them. And I don't, usually the man wrong.
But this is the 2000s. This is the millennial.
Yeah.
It ain't like that anymore.
But not all the time now, but usually
Okay.
the man wrong.
You know.
But, after all them years, it amazed me when these women, they stick, and she talking about 88, but all through his playing day stuff, she stuck with him, what's his name? Used to be center for San Antonio.
David Robinson.
No,
Tim Duncan.
after him, Tim Duncan.
Uh-huh.
Wife stayed with him all through his career, making all that money, and as soon as he retired, she said, "See you."
Well, she was cheating.
Yeah.
He caught her cheating. Now that I don't even know. No, I know that source.
He caught her cheating.
Caught her cheating. I know that. I'm close to that situation.
Okay.
Yeah,
He didn't
so-
catch her though till he retired.
To me, when they wait that long, she allow herself to get caught, meaning
so
she's
she could get
already
up out of
a
there.
process. Yeah, she'd already processed to move on. When a woman go that long and
Well,
then
see,
she
you
allows
got some
herself to get caught.
information, but in the Dale Curry case, I have zero information where I could draw any kind of logical conclusion either way. So I don't know.
Well, if a man don't let a woman back in the house, I would say, we're going to say normal since we don't know either one of them. If a man is so angry after being with his wife for 33 years and won't let her back in the house, then there's probably a strong chance that he
If a
caught her
woman
doing
leave the
something.
house, why would she want to come back? Why would she expect to be let back in the house?
Well, she wants to come back, and that's her. I guess I don't know if to get her things or what, but she wants back in the house. Maybe if they divorce, that way she's kind of all right. What's with the possession by law? I don't know, but that's her big complaint that he won't let her back in the house.
But I tell you what's touchy about that. Now, is it his house or is it her house or is it their house?
That's a good question. You would think after 33 years, though, it's their
It
house.
would be their house,
Yeah. Their
which
house.
means he couldn't keep her out the house. It might be his if he won't let her back in the house. But
Yeah.
I mean, just
Because she was nothing more
common
than
property. Common property. I don't know how you keep her.
Because she was nothing more than a teacher, an interior decorator. She didn't blow up until, like I said, when they saw
That
Steph.
don't matter, player. That don't matter where she was. If they were married, she is entitled to half of the equity in that house.
Yeah,
She's not on the mortgage.
She might not be on the mortgage. We can find out.
She does
might
not have to be on the mortgage, brother.
So they're gonna make sure. So how is he allowing?
My wife wasn't on the mortgage. She tore my ass up.
Man,
Huh? My shit hit the fan. I went and bought her another house. I said, shit.
oh, you was ready to get rid of her for real? Everybody ain't able. I like that.
I don't know. Huh? I don't know. God bless Dr. Dre. He paying $10,000 a day.
A day, man.
For how long, man?
I
Can't
guess
be
until she
forever.
died. Hey, they didn't say anything about years, but he is now having to pay $300,000 a month in alimony, not child support, and alimony. And then he got a daughter that's complaining, talking about she's 35 and she ain't getting paid.
But like I said, that's only 3.6 million, and Dre is a declared billionaire.
Right.
3.6 million a year, and as I informed y'all during the break, alimony is tax deductible.
So in 10 years, you're talking roughly $36 million, and that's tax deductible. So he's going to be all right, is what you're saying.
He should be laughing all the way to the bank, man.
So he feels like he won in this situation because he got rid of him.
$10,000 a day for a billionaire.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are some parameters, like 10 years, maybe 15 years or something.
Right. Then once
ain't
that,
nothing, man.
yeah.
Huh?
I said, then once that's over, she got to fend for herself.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that ain't nothing. But if she ain't set by the end, if you get $36 million in 10 years and you ain't set, you ain't gonna never be set.
Man.
But she has to pay taxes on that money. For him, it's tax deductible.
Take note, people. DC's been through this, so it's a valuable.
Divorce 101.
Yeah. Man, we got a show every 3 couple. We done covered cheaters, so we got our little segment of cheaters now. Maybe we need to add this to the show in the next couple of weeks. Just find out who in Hollywood.
Some people need to cheat.
Who's zooming who?
If I had been Sha'Carri Richardson, I'd have tackled that girl before I let her outrun me like that. I'd have cheated.
Sha'Carri should have shot the CAG or something on the Jamaicans, man. What happened to her?
At the gates, bro. I said, whoa. It don't look good.
Man, them Jamaican girls are fast, dog.
Who is that talking, man? That the Lord talking?
That's me, yeah, God talking to y'all.
God coming out the sky, man. Who is
That's
that?
George Burns, man. Oh, God.
Hey, you gotta realize now, them Jamaicans was world-class athletes also.
Boy,
So,
they left out there like they was from Africa, not Jamaica. Like they was running like they was from Africa chasing them lions.
Man.
Yeah, man. It's okay to be, confident in yourself, but that was a humbling experience for her, I promise you.
Well, if you watch the interview,
She
the
wasn't too humble.
post-race interview, she wasn't too humble. She was like, I know y'all gonna be talking shit, but let me tell you something. I'm still the 6th fastest woman in the world, which I ain't never heard that line in my life. Nobody patting their head on the chest, I'm the 6th fastest person in the world, which is commendable.
She has a poor team around her, man.
Thank you. I'm glad
She has a poor team around her.
Yeah, to piggyback on what you're
So
saying,
first of
Bo,
all, let's go back to when she got the weed in Colorado. Somebody ain't gonna get that for her. She couldn't go down the street and get weed.
Yeah, where were you?
I was out there in Colorado. Yeah. I helped speed that process up. Yeah. I said, you lost your mama? Okay, yeah, take this. Yeah, no. But nah, man, but after that, she need to be quiet right now. She just run and be quiet.
It wasn't even close, man. She finished last or next to last.
she finished last,
Nice.
but
She was last.
yeah, she finished last, but
Now, go ahead.
she came off the one. I'm with Bo. She needs to fire her whole team, especially her coach, because even when she was at her best, any decent coach knew that she could not run that same type of race of coming out slow and eventually coming back and blowing them off. Two, what I noticed about that none of the runners welcomed her back. She must be a very abrasive personality because
Obviously
she didn't go over and congratulate the girls. None of the girls, when they won, they didn't go over and say, good job, welcome back. They actually, when she was interviewing, they walked by smiling saying, yeah, you getting an interview, but we dusted you.
Now, let me ask you this. Was she tested before this race?
Even if she was, to me, she's the type person, she came off the throttle at 25, 30 yards because I know she couldn't believe how fast those girls were.
What I'm saying is, if she wasn't tested, let's say that she overdid it. Or if she was going to be tested and she usually does it and didn't for fear of being tested, that could have changed her performance. Even though weed is not supposed to be a performance-enhancing drug, it depends on what you're doing, in my mind, because if it calms you or whatever, and you in a sport where that is beneficial, then it has enhanced your performance. But I'm saying, with that being an issue in her history, it could be one way or another that the absence of that, or she overdid it with that, and it slowed her down.
As a former,
check this out.
Go ahead.
Check this out. I've hung out with a lot of NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. They all smoke herb.
Well, not all of them, but most.
No, not all, but I'm saying a lot of them. Not all, of course, not all.
Yeah.
But most of them do.
Yeah.
And so weed is not one, like you said, it's not an enhancing drug, but it's something that they all do, and they perform at the highest level.
No, I'm disagreeing with the philosophy that it's not enhancing, because I played with some guys that said it calmed them down. And if you play, so listen to me. If you play better when you calm, and it calms you down, then it has enhanced your performance. You know,
you right.
Well, I never smoked it, but my roommate, when I was in the pros, smoked it every morning, every afternoon, every night.
Well, I'm gonna say,
I'm gonna tell you from somebody who tried it.
Huh?
Well, I'm gonna talk from someone who tried it.
Yeah.
It actually, man, I'm gonna tell you something. It makes you focus like nothing else.
That's what I was saying, Bo.
Yeah.
As a former collegiate track runner myself, I didn't smoke weed, but if weed is going to make you focus, that's if she did it, then to me she should have been locked in, meaning, because to me, watching her race, she didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Her biggest fault was she brought the same strategy, which is come out, and she thought she was going to pick them girls up at about 25 and 30 yards and win it. That's been her strategy. Always come out the gate, semi-slow, and at 25 and 30 yards, she pick them up. I think she did not understand what Thompson heroin was bringing. And so if she did smoke it, she should have been focused. If she didn't smoke it, maybe the nerves got to her, but watching her start and watching her other races, she ran her race. I just think she seriously underestimated on what them girls from Jamaica was doing.
Now, let's keep in mind also, this is a 21-year-old child. Well, not a child, but a 21-year-old young lady. And the pressure that she was under to perform and come from what she went through, it's a lot mentally on her plate, in her mind. You got to realize that. That's why I said she need to concentrate on racing, stop doing interviews, and concentrate on racing and be humble and say, hey, man, I got my ass kicked. I got a lot of work to do. But all that, I'm the fastest in the world, and all y'all talk that shit you want to. Hey, man, you got your ass whooped. Man,
I'm not going with
age. You need to acknowledge that.
I'm not going with age as an excuse, ever, when it comes to professional sports. Because, man, that's what you do. That's what you live about. Now, if she got certain people around her that she might need to get rid of, I'll say that. But when you 21 and you got a brand, hey, I can't give you age. You talk
about all that about your crew and all that all you want. Yeah. You the one out there running.
Right.
And the girl, now, time-wise, she didn't perform up to her previous times. So you can't
11-2 to, yeah, she went from 11-2 to
she lost the race by damn near a second.
Oh, she definitely didn't win the race.
So in a 10-second race, that's 10%.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Right. But she, to me.
And it could have been anything, man, with athletes like that. And it's not like, see, that's what I like about track and field. See, it's not like a game where you in a football game, you have bad plays, bad 3 or 4 plays, and then you break out and then you figure out something. It ain't like baseball. You go over, you're going to bat 4 or 5 times a game. You got one shot, get your shit right. Mm-hmm. So it could have been something as simple as she stayed out too late the night before. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen, man.
Right.
She stayed out too late the night before.
Right. But like I said, watching her, I thought she had all kind of commercials leading up to it. I mean, she had so many endorsements before that Prefontaine Classic. But like I said, watching her, I was like saying she's got to come out way faster she's ever done. She's not gonna be able to pick these girls up like she's done these American girls.
But y'all
and put 'em
saying
down.
blame, fire this person, that person, man. Individual sports, the buck stops with your ass.
With you.
But
Yeah, with
I
you.
mean, that's
Yeah.
like if they tell you to do something, you know, but you the artist. I mean, Serena's injured, but if she been doing this for a while, all these years, if her trainer tell her to do something she don't agree with, you think she gonna do it? She ain't gonna do that shit.
Well, Serena's
because the
seasoned, though.
buck stops with the artist, man.
But Serena is.
Well, I'm
seasoned.
telling you that the girl is responsible for herself ultimately. You know, y'all talking about her trainer didn't make her lose it. Her manager didn't make her lose that race. Her publicist didn't make her finish fifth
Her
in that
coach.
race.
I'm gonna say.
Damn
Right.
self.
I'm gonna say her coach
Her
did
coach
not
ain't
help
doing
her. If I'm just saying, for people, me watching track and knowing what I know, when I saw her at her best to qualify for the Olympics, I would have said that's good, but we got to work on this start. And she didn't change that. What I'm saying is, even if she's not running the Olympics, I say if you're running the Prefontaine Classic, this ain't good enough. Even because if she's going in, she think her time is like a tenth of a second off and all that. But that coach should have looked and said, hey, this ain't good enough. We're going to change up your style a little bit, come out the blocks quicker, and then go. She didn't change it up, which would have never been enough.
All right.
That's why I think she needs to fire her coach. That publicist, they probably need to go too, but she definitely needs another.
That publicist
She definitely needs another
lose
coach.
that damn race.
Yeah, she definitely needs another coach, man.
Hairstylist too need to go. Hairstylist, she need to go too.
Hairstyles need to go.
Take all that weight off. Take all that weight off her head.
Well, hold on now.
I'll tell you something else.
FloJo did it, but FloJo backed up and didn't talk trash.
FloJo had them 4
Exactly.
nails and stuff. didn't he?
Yeah. She trying to do the image of FloJo. She just can't bag it up.
Yeah. But when you focus more on that, I'm gonna tell you something similar to that, man. It was a comic. I ain't gonna tell you who his name, but it ain't one of us. But it was a comic I know. And back in the day, he used to have all these gimmicks. Yeah, DC, I'm gonna wear this tonight. I'm gonna wear this. Them gimmicks, nigga.
Carrot Top.
You need to go write some jokes. Nah,
It ain't Carrot Top. Dang it. Go ahead.
Bo.
Yo,
Bo. Yeah, you on the
Yeah.
air. We hear you talking, saying hello to somebody. I don't want you to get yourself in no
we
trouble.
got cut off. We got cut off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I ain't want you to get yourself in no trouble.
Yeah.
Get some more hot grits. Thrown on you. Oh, she
But
got
yeah,
me.
you responsible for your own self, man.
Yes, sir.
Ultimately,
Yes,
period.
sir.
You
Like
responsible
you
for
say,
yourself.
track and field, you ain't got too many other opportunities
No,
after
you ain't
that
got
race.
nobody to
You know,
blame.
you ain't got.
You can't blame it
Right.
on the pitcher. You can't blame it on the catcher. You can't blame it on the offense or defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's you.
I don't think you can blame it on
Can't
your
blame it on
shoes.
me.
I don't think you blame it on your shoes.
Only time you can blame it in
My
track and
soul
field, they
come
come
off.
in your
My
lane.
soul-
Can't blame it
come
on the
on.
bartender.
Yeah, my soul come off my shoe. That's all you can say. Yeah.
Yeah. So all that fire somebody else, somebody throwing all that blame on somebody else, that was her fault, man.
That
Yeah.
interview means the publicist has got to get fired.
If she wasn't high in that interview, she should have been.
Well, all
She
I know,
was talking crazy.
if I'm Nike,
Let
I am
me ask you
immediately
something.
making a call and saying, whoever you got around them, I'm hiring somebody to replace your whole staff. If
Let
I'm
me ask
Nike.
you something, Brian. Someone like yourself who's been around, this type of thing. When an athlete like this is about to get interviewed, do the publicists come up and talk to her first and say, this is what they're going to do? Do they pre-screen them, or how does that work?
Well, when you're talking, first of all, your publicist needs to, at least every week leading up to an event, say some things. What we did with Roman, was we call it the 2-minute drill, stuff they can relate to. So the 2-minute drill is just unexpected questions, to know to come with no comment, to always keep a smile on your face. And if you don't know the answer, you can go with no comment. Things like that's got to come up to it.
Let me say this. That's all good. That's all good. But in the heat of the moment, brother, it's just like when they interview boxers after a fight, them boys be so hyped up. I don't give a damn what you told them before. And I'll be looking forward to them post-fight interviews.
Right.
So them boys, they be so off the chain, man. You could go over there shit with them 100 times. When they finish a fight,
But they're on
they so
cable.
hyped, and they've been getting hit in their head and stuff, and they adrenaline flowing. They might say anything, man.
But they're on cable. And you got to understand the difference. And that's why you get people paid to understand the difference on
I'm
cable.
saying no matter how much the publicist
What
coached
DC saying
her,
is
when she was
yeah.
in shock after that race and all that dust and them fumes from them girls' asses coming up in her nostrils, she probably was not in her right state of mind, man.
So let me ask
When
you
I
this.
come on stage, I'll be kind of, not dizzy, but I'll be kind of,
And I'm finna prove my point on why you need to fire and get a publicist. She just got dusted by all these runners, right? So which is harder, getting dusted by these runners or trying to tackle Steven Jackson for 4 quarters and then win or lose, you got a reporter as you getting out of the shower in your face talking to you.
And you ask
which
me
one's
which one is harder?
Huh?
You ask me which one's harder?
Which one's hard? You got to tackle Steven Jackson now.
Losing the race.
No.
Let me tell you something, man.
Do you know who Steven Jackson is?
Let me tell you something. You can trip and not catch Steven. You can blame it on somebody else. You can catch him possibly on another play. That's what I'm saying. In track and field, you got one shot, brother. You got one time. You can't blame nobody. Ain't nobody out there running but you. You can't say, my left leg wasn't cooperating. That's your leg. That's your leg. Now, you have to tackle Jim Brown. Whoever you had to tackle. First place, you got several shots. Then you got several people to blame it on in a team sport.
Several shots ain't always a good thing. You trying to shed a 300-pound lineman, and then all of a sudden he get the best of you, and he like, I'll be back. And so now you gotta do that, and then at the end of the game, say this is the game you lost, and now you got a reporter asking you,
That
hey,
is
can
not
you tell me what
the
happened?
same as getting all
It's worse.
hyped up. No, it ain't. It's getting all hyped up and psyched up for one play.
Yes,
One
sir.
play. It's do or die, man.
You know what?
11
That's not
seconds.
the
11
same
seconds.
as
We
a
talking about
team
less
sport
than
where
12
you got
seconds.
help.
You know what? I'm gonna get you and Bo, barring COVID, on the sideline, hopefully for one of these games down in New Orleans or when they come here, and y'all gonna change that when y'all hit them collisions on what it's like
Not
in
the
the
same with
NFL.
one play. I tried with Bruce Smith when he was.
I've been down on the figure.
And Bruce Smith was the hit he.
I've been down sideline, and Bruce Smith, he needed one sack to tie Reggie White, and man, they had him mic'd up, and them young boys was whipping his ass. You hear me? Every play,
Yeah.
Bruce Smith every play, Bruce, you could hear him on the mic saying, "Young man, is that necessary?"
And how was his post game?
They were whipping his ass.
And how was his post game?
It was fine because he knew his career was coming to an end, but he was trying to hang in there, and he got the record too. But I was going
I
to the
remember
game.
that.
But you ain't got to tell me about how they be hitting, because they be hitting, bro. I was on sideline,
sir.
man.
Let me tell you
I was
something.
scared on sideline. They don't
Exactly.
be playing, man.
Exactly.
Let me tell
That's
you
all I
something.
wanted
Sit
you to say.
on the sideline, you got these 250-pound guys, 300-pound guys running to each other. It's like running to a Volkswagen every play.
Yeah. And I mean, they
Yeah,
get
it's like
off on
running to a
that.
Volkswagen. Yeah.
But you got several plays. You're gonna be out there an hour. You got game. You got teammates in boxing, in wrestling, in track and field. You get all the same hype for one play. Now, how can you say that's worse than when you got a whole game? In football, it happens all the time. You a defensive back get burned on one play, get burned on another play, get burned on another play, but then he might get an interception. Okay? So it's not all. It's
That
not
cancel all that out,
compacted.
yeah.
It's not
I'm just saying.
compacted.
I'm just saying.
Ever.
What I'm saying is, I'm not going to excuse Sha'Carri that she needs to have somebody around because those players got to decompress and have professional interviews just like she do. And for her to do that, the cuss on national TV, she has got to get rid of the people around her.
No,
Brian,
that's on her.
Brian,
That ain't on people.
I
around
just
her.
hope she don't be another
And-
Cam Newton.
And I'm gonna say something else. If that's who she is, that's who she is. What the hell can
That's what I was about to say, because what if the people around her did their job? What if the publicist's job is to get her prep for the
Well,
interviews?
we
and stuff?
we
What if the
really don't know
publicist-
that. We
what
really
if the
don't.
publicist
We really don't know this
actually
young
prepped that
lady.
person, prepped her for the interviews, but she didn't say what she was supposed to say in the interview? Who does that go back
what
on?
that,
saying,
what
'cause
that
she's so
publicist
hyped
need to
up.
do is like what Bo said, like, come here. We are going to silence you for the next 12 months.
Okay, you say that if you want, and I'm paying you. You say that to me if you want.
You
But
got
we really
Because
don't
that
know
gets
this
you
young lady.
We're both trying to get money here. We're both trying to get money here. She won't get money much longer doing that.
Two
She
months.
can get money without you.
Well, hold
You
on.
can't
much
We've
be a
only
longer.
known this young
publicist
lady.
yourself. Huh?
Hold on. We've only known this young lady for the last 2 or 3 months. So we don't know how her personality was before this. Nobody really went back and said, this is, she's
we
been
pretty
ghetto
much
like
know
this.
now.
Yeah, we know now
Yeah, she
from
been-
Twitter and and everything else, man.
Yeah.
She ain't been the most. All I'm saying is, I agree with my man over here. She is who she
But
is
you know-
because I noticed the little things. I watched the competition, but what I noticed, nobody hugged her. She didn't go over there and congratulate. I'm like, dang, she's an abrasive person because
Right.
nobody said, hey, welcome back. That's the thing. So she's an abrasive
And
person.
let me add to that, though. You don't have to be a good athlete. You don't have to be the fastest woman in the world. You don't have to be the friendliest woman in the world. Now, it might would help you in your endorsement endeavors, etc. But you ain't got to be no rocket scientist. Magic Johnson didn't have to know how to speak English to play basketball.
If you get smoked
And
the
a
way
lot
she
of
did,
times, white folk try to mix that up and say, well, he's not this and he's not that. They ain't got nothing to do with the task at hand, brother.
Yeah.
So she could
Yeah.
be the worst, the
but-
ignorant, the most ghetto person in the world.
but you got to win.
But she lost the race.
But you got to win if you're going to be that person.
No,
Look
you
at
ain't
the
gonna get your
disparity.
face
Look
on
at
the
the
Wheaties
disparity.
box.
I think she
Look
needed
at
to
this.
add to her team because if she'd have had some people that I know, they would have helped her pass that piss test.
So she been in the Olympics, huh? Competing for
Oh
the
yeah,
medal.
it was some. I know some people that
But,
could have
but,
helped her
but,
pass
but
that
look,
Yeah.
look at the disparity
Yeah, she
in
got
the
the wrong
NFL.
people around her. Let's agree on
Right,
that.
right,
Someone like Lamar Jackson, who is not thought of to be the most articulate person.
But he can play.
Look at Patrick Mahomes.
He's unreal.
He's getting commercials. Dak get commercials. But Lamar Jackson, what his name? Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He's a top level athlete, but he's not considered commercially appealable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
But
on the
this young
cover of
lady-
Madden. I mean, he
this
gets
young
appeal
lady-
enough.
But this young lady is ghetto, considered ghetto, but she is appealable. I don't know how that switched on like that,
Appealable.
but she is appealable for some reason to Nike and all the other sponsors, being ghetto and fast. I
think she's the first. I think it was the. Boy, I think it was the perfect storm of her being one of the fastest we've seen, and us reminiscent of FloJo, even though she wasn't as lovely as FloJo, but she kind of brought that style back, and I think a lot of people was rooting for her because she was winning, and she had to look down to a pat, and people wanted to revisit that, but now that we're starting to see what she
I've
truly
always
is, it's
said
kind of rough.
anyway, sports on the second level, it's show business anyway. Now we talking about her. She finished 5th. And I cannot name the girl who won.
Exactly.
Thompson Hera, and you need to learn that because she's gonna be around for a while.
Thompson Hare. Who finished 2nd?
The Price, Shelly Ann Price. Shelly, the other Jamaican, Shelly Ann Price,
Exactly. It's not a household name.
But the
Put it like that.
star of the race
was her.
was the girl that lost.
It's great. That's what I'm saying, and that's
Because it's
why.
entertainment, so that's why it comes down. You start talking about endorsements and stuff, you know, they're going to go with somebody they feel got the most mass appeal, man.
Yeah, and they walk behind her like, yeah. If you go back and watch the interview, those Jamaican girls walk behind her like smiling, like, yeah, you lost. You get all the interviews,
She
but
was probably talking shit and, you know,
Yeah.
off track and in the
Yeah.
locker room. They like, yeah, I'm going to dust your ass.
Well, you know, sports is a
it's
cocky.
unreal.
Sports
you
is
gotta
a
be a little
what?
cocky. You got to be a little cocky to play sports.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
feel like
Oh,
you're
you-
the
oh, you
best
won't
and the
survive.
baddest.
You got to have an ego.
Yeah, you gotta have an ego now.
Or you won't survive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like comedy,
Right.
man.
Yeah, you got an ego, but
Right.
you gotta bag it
You
up.
also-
you
you
got the
also
feelings
gotta
on
humble
your,
yourself.
you got the
You
feelings
also
on your
gotta
shoulder. You ain't gonna
recognize-
make it, huh?
Well, you also got to recognize when you're not the best. and they proved to her, you good, but you ain't the best.
Yeah.
Far from it.
On any given Sunday.
Yeah, but I still think that there could have been something because she lost by so much. There could have been something wrong.
Yeah.
She smoked too much weed. She smoked some bad weed.
I'm on that dank.
Or maybe she didn't smoke none at all.
Smoke any weed at all, yeah.
Smoking that
It
dank.
could have been something like that. Because the disparity for her to lose by that much. And like I said, she lost to her own average time. She didn't do. So you just had a bad day at the track.
If I were her, I'd just tell you, it was that time of the month for me, and I was cramping.
I just saw that she came off the throttle. Like, I watched her stride when she got at that 25-yard mark. When she got at that 25-yard mark and knew she couldn't pick them girls up, her stride changed. She came off the throttle.
And a lot of people don't realize how touchy sports is, especially, like I said, in those individual sports. It could be something simple like she usually eats.
Tightness.
She usually eats 7 hours before the race.
Right.
And she messed around, ran late, and ate 6 hours before the race.
And
Yeah.
might not have
It
been
could
to
be
dump that
something
heavy
like that.
load off.
You don't never know, man.
Yeah, might not have got rid of that excess
DC,
weight.
you know, like DC, DC, one thing I like about you when I work with you on the road, we always early to the show. And that makes me feel more comfortable when I'm there early than when I'm running late, get right out the car to go on stage.
Yeah, I get there and sit down and get myself.
Yeah. You get there, sit down, and you get yourself together, and you relax. And that, man, people don't realize that means a lot.
I know what time I got to eat. I know what time I'm going to go to the bathroom. When I played baseball, I was right-handed. I never slept on my right side. Even though they say technically you should sleep on your right side because your heart is on your left side. And when you sleep on your left side, you got more pressure on your heart. But I always slept on my left side because when I slept on my right side, my throwing arm would be just a little like heavy.
Yeah.
So I always slept on my left side. But I'm saying it could have been something like that she didn't do that she was supposed to do, and that cost her.
Whatever it was, it showed.
Yeah, any given Sunday, man. Anybody can beat Michael Jordan, been beat, Kobe, all the best been beat. But it's how you come back after it, you know, how your legacy is.
Well, she better go get it.
Well, God bless her, man. God bless her. And I want to talk about Afghanistan, and I want to talk about my main man Spike Lee coming out with a documentary. He said that 9/11 may have been a fluke. Man, we saw them planes flying in there. He said, yeah, but it could have been more to it than that. So he's making a documentary.
This better be a good one.
He got everybody up in there. You listening to This Race.
Sitting here, guess I didn't make bail. Got time and a story to tell. Started when I was 9 years old. Woke up and daddy was gone. I started hustling and they couldn't tell me nothing. Frontin' in the hood, trying to be somebody. My soul was on empty. I was searching for something. Tried to be good. Tried to keep from trouble. Living too fast. Trying to make good on a hustle. Sometimes it get rough. Coming from where I'm from. Times got hard. Yeah. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you gotta walk to work. Yeah. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you gotta do a little dirt. Coming from where I'm from. Hey. Wasn't really looking, guess I found it. 5'3", light brown skin. Coming from the university. Nice style, looking kinda lovely. Didn't know she had much game. Down the ride out, even take the train. Even take her to a poker game. Top notch from fried chicken to sushi. Try to be good. Try to treat you like a lady. tried to be a friend. Turned out that you were shady. Sometimes I get lonely. Coming from where I'm from. Things ain't what they seem to be. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you get a little angry. Yeah. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you get the best of me. Coming from where I'm from. Well, tried to be good. Wanted nothing but to love somebody. Didn't want to die young. Learning hustling, trying to be my family. Too scared to have kids and do like daddy did. Cause I'm so scared of failing. Sometimes it get hard. Coming from where I'm from. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you got 'em on. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you gotta cry a little bit louder. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you gotta fight the pain, yeah. Sometimes you gotta walk alone. Yeah. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you get a little worried, yeah. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you get lost out of touch. Oh, coming from where I'm from. Sometimes I think I pray a little bit too much. Sometimes I get a little scared.
Meanwhile, in Afghanistan,
Afghanistan.
boy, the bus is leaving. Get your ass on
Buses,
the bus.
camels. They're trying to make a move.
Now, let me tell you something. There's a lot of things confusing me about that.
What is it?
One of the things, there's just one out of probably 100, literally 100.
Okay.
You know, they got the commercial airlines to cooperate and send some planes over there, right?
That's what they're saying.
Now, how many $1 trillion we got in the military?
A lot.
As much as we want to spend.
And you need an airplane? You need somebody pitching in and get basically a air Uber to get them people out of Afghanistan?
I guess they.
All the airplanes in the military, and you got to ask the commercial airlines to participate and send some planes over there? Now explain that to me. And the commercial planes cannot handle as many people as them cargo planes.
But you still got to keep planes in other places for security purposes and stuff, too.
You gonna tell me 6 or 7 planes out of the multi-trillion-dollar United States military would cause you to be in jeopardy in some other places?
They just didn't want to put all those nice people who have got money from us all those years in the C-130s and in the bomber bays. I guess they wanted to make it comfortable.
They would have been
for them.
glad to get their ass in there. You tell me why you need help from the commercial airline, and we got multi-trillion-dollar military. Why you need help from commercial airlines to fly
They
them
wanted
people?
to fly them over in style. I'm telling you, that's what it is.
They paying for it either way it go.
And they're talking about contractors.
Okay. Well, then why you need the commercial then? If you're paying for it either way. You got the planes,
Yeah.
so why
contractors.
you won't, you know.
'Cause if you can keep planes, I'm pretty sure they got planes this, if they need to, they can get into Russia when they need to.
Man, you just
Or
you
if they
ain't
need
you ain't
to.
got no extra plane.
I'm just gonna say it like
You
this.
you cutting it that close, you gonna miss 6 airplanes from all around the country. You gonna miss 6 airplanes. Now it's about 7,000 miles from here, which we ain't just going over there nowhere. 7,000 miles or so, I think, from here to Afghanistan. From Germany to Afghanistan.
They
I
can
think
just
it's
drop them off in an
3,000
allied country,
miles.
yeah.
But I'm saying, you got planes in other countries. You got planes in Germany. Why would you need the help from commercial airlines? I don't
And you
understand
got-
that.
the words you
got
said
cargo
earlier.
planes, but you got
Huh?
cargo planes that can hold. You got cargo planes that will hold more than a commercial airline.
Yeah, so I'm saying, why would your multi-trillion-dollar military, what the hell you need?
DC, follow the money, DC.
What the hell you need United Airlines to fly over
Follow the money,
there? Okay, help
DC.
me follow the money, because I can't follow it.
Because those people have been over there working those contracting jobs. They're not gonna be trying to come over in a military plane. They think that they're too
Well,
good. I'm
that's-
not talking about the. I'm not talking about the.
That's
the ones
ludicrous.
over there.
What you saying is ludicrous
Man,
because right now I
them
guarantee you, ain't nobody
all
gonna get
trying
up
to
to
get
that
out.
gate and say, "Oh no, I want first class
I won't
ticket.
be
I'm
first
not
class."
riding coach."
I'm telling you, it's a lot.
talking
I'm
out-
telling,
you talking out
I'm
your
telling you,
ass.
it's a lot of contractors and
Ain't
stuff over
no
there.
contractor over there ain't getting on the first damn thing smoking. I don't
Whoa.
give a shit if it's
Moving.
a weather balloon.
Well, we
they
send the
gonna
first
get the
thing.
hell out of there.
We send the first thing smoke, which are those commercial airlines.
No,
That's
first
why
thing
we-
smoking was a cargo plane.
Oh well, you got
Cargo
to.
plane.
They won't get in front of our military personnel.
The cargo planes
Oh,
were
oh,
first.
oh, but look,
I know
look,
that,
but
but
Biden-
our
Biden
military
is saying-
personnel was brought over by the cargo planes, and so you ain't putting no contractor or nobody from over there in front of our soldiers.
Come on, man. Do you hear what you're saying?
But the bad
Them people
part is-
trying to get the hell out of there. You telling me they gonna be at the airport complaining about the plane? They fighting to get on them damn planes, man. They don't care if a damn if it's United or a cargo plane. They trying to get the hell out of there, man.
Well, we sent them over there for a reason, and I agree with you. We ain't gonna lose nothing from any front by bringing so many military planes over there. But the only thing I can think of, if you flying commercial, is because of the money that's involved. That's the only thing I can come
Well,
up
that
with.
ain't, that ain't.
Well, what else? Because, like you said, we got the best military in the land. Like, we can leave stuff, we can use
you
satellites.
said that, but them some bitches in them dresses and sandals over there put their foot in our ass for 20 years. So you can talk
that's
that
'cause
shit.
we were trying to
we
leave
got
stuff
the best
intact.
military all you
We
want.
were trying to leave
20
stuff in-
years, they over there in sandals.
We were trying to leave stuff
I
intact.
saw one man in socks, sandals,
Riding mule.
and dresses, and headbands. And who got to be out of there on the 31st?
You know that same way they did the Vietnam War, it's the same way they did this. There were certain parameters. We did not come and go all out. We didn't. We were trying to. We controlled a certain region.
Don't explain to me why you lost. You in sports, you lost.
We did not
explain
go over there
me.
trying to
First of
control
all-
Don't
the
explain to
region.
me why you lost.
We did not go there
First of
trying to
all, we
control
got
the region. We
military
were
in
trying to
parts
set
of
up
the
a
world don't
government.
need to be. We got our military in parts of the world that's trying to run other people's business. First of all, we should have left that a long time ago. We're trying to dictate to the rest of the world how they should live, act, and treat their women, their kids, and everything.
Right, but we didn't go over there to
And they've
take
been doing
over.
they've been doing it their way for years. They got the same right to religion as we do. If their religion to say, okay, that's the way they do that over there, who are you to go tell them they're wrong? If
Well,
they
we-
say, hey, we treat our women like this, who are you to tell
That's
them
this
they're
Western
wrong?
Hemisphere
Even though some of it may not
supremacy.
be to the liking of you, but who are you to tell people how they're doing things in their own land that they're wrong? When you're doing all this dirt yourself.
Well, I'm gonna go with Brian on follow the money. You know why we over there? I mean, I know 9/11 happened and all that. We over there because Afghanistan is very rich in minerals.
Of course,
Shit, the
of course.
lithium, all the lithium
And
for
we
batteries
still,
comes from over there.
and we still gonna get that. Like, ain't nobody saying that. I'm like, when you use the term like we got kicked, nobody said anything. We got rid of Saddam Hussein, and we still occupy that.
Let me tell you what's wrong with that. We went, hunted down, and killed Saddam Hussein.
Yep.
The reason supposedly for killing him was he was killing people in his country that didn't agree with him, right?
Yep.
Right? And members of
No,
master.
no. He's killing people that disagree with him. We like, you can't do that.
Yep.
So we gonna kill you. And then the people that disagreed with us killing him, what did we do? We killed them. We did exactly the same thing we claimed we were going over there killing him for. He killed people that disagreed with him. We called the people that disagreed with us insurgents and went over there and killed them. The hypocrisy
Yeah.
of this
Now, what
democracy.
if Afghanistan set a base up in United States somewhere, and they disagree with one of our presidents and they try to kill him? We're not going to allow you to build a base on our land, but we build all the bases we want on your land.
No, because we invading our own land. January 6th.
I know that's right.
Yeah, we too busy invading our own land over there, man. What's going on with us?
Yeah. Well, hey, man, that's America for you.
I hope they get as many out as they can, but
Some need to
there's
stay
no
over
doubt
there.
about it. Some folk gonna get left, man.
I'm in full agreement that they get left. I'm I know it sounds wrong, but I just feel so slighted with the money that I saw that was spent over there that I feel that could just go.
Well,
Hey,
you're talking
look at,
about civilians. They're gonna
look
get
at Black
I'm
Ops.
talking about I'm talking about the Afghanians that helped the Americans. Some of them gonna get left, and they're gonna get beheaded, brother.
Look at the Black Ops that went into Kuwait after we bombed them. Those guys was making, their company was making $250,000 a year as a whole for the whole company. After 9/11, they went over there to so-called protect and serve the people over there that was working. They started making $250 million a year just to go over there and protect people.
That's nice, Ray.
So there's money involved in this whole thing all the way
Always.
around.
That's my point.
Let me ask you this. Let me say something else to you. When we bombed Kuwait and all that, they got all the oil. So they know how to cap off an oil well. When a fire blazes up, they know how to cap it off. But we didn't allow them to do their own capping off. We sent people from America to go over there and cap off the well.
Well, let me help you out. We didn't bomb Kuwait because that's when I was in the military.
Oh, they did it themselves?
No.
They bombed themselves? They dropped them on themselves?
Well,
They just went around just dropping.
well, actually, it was Iran advancing. I mean, it was Iraq advancing on Kuwait. So, because they wanted to
With
get
the help of
control of
who?
the oil, so they started trying to burn the oil fields to get the prices off. Once we stepped in to protect Kuwait, we never came in with the intention to bomb Kuwait. We came over there to protect because Iraq was invading them, and we could not give them the access to control a certain percent of the world's oil. So that's how.
Man, look here. A lot of Richie, his song all night long. When they were bombing Kuwait, they said the military played this on loudspeakers all night long. And his song, because of that, after the invasion was over, that song was the #1 song in Kuwait and over there.
I remember
because they
that.
heard it every night when the U.S. would come bomb. They would play that on loudspeakers on planes and everywhere when they was coming in to bomb.
Again,
So
we
don't
bombed.
tell me we didn't
Iraq.
bomb them. We did bomb them.
We
Baghdad is
bombed the
Iraq.
Iraq army. We cut off because that's my field on that one. We did it to cut off their water and food supply, which is why that first time we fought them, it was no resistance. We strategically bombed them. We strategically cut off their water and food supply and their ammo supply because when they got the first part of Kuwait, what they did, they burned those oil fields and they were just trying to get control of it and drive the prices up and putting people coming. Then when we stepped in, we did what we call an air war because I was in the Air Force, and we strategically cut off their water,
Mike was
food,
in the
and
Air
everything.
Force too.
supplies.
Did you know him?
You remember that? I mean, Mike,
cut off somebody's
am I not
water
right?
and
Ain't that what we
they
did,
food and
Mike?
water, they
Yeah,
did
he
it.
telling true.
Yeah, that's what we did, right, Mike?
Yeah.
We took
Right.
it, and so when we went in, what did they do, Mike? Hey, y'all can have it. We had no resistance that first time in the 90s, did we, Mike? That was we had no resistance.
Mike don't know. He was chasing
that's,
another hurricane.
that's how you talking about. Since y'all want to talk about we got
They just
whooped.
sticking together
That's
because
telling
both
Mike.
of
That's
them
how
in the
you
Air
whoop
Force.
tail. Talking about we got whooped. Telling Mike that's how you whoop tail. That you do them so bad that when we walk in, they in they tank say, "Hey man, y'all can get this." Am I right,
Yeah, you
Mike?
cut somebody
Okay.
food and water off.
Yeah,
I
you
be
bad.
mad too.
You
You cut
bad.
people food
But
and
in
water off.
but in 20
Man,
years,
but what I'm saying
in
is,
20
we
years,
go over there fighting.
them
Let me
dresses
say this
and
before you go.
flip-flops with our ass.
We go over there
Dresses and
fighting these
flip-flops.
people
You
for
just
their
gonna stick to
oil.
that HDC. You just gonna let our country
on.
just take that L on that one.
A few
Huh?
pairs of
Hold on,
Nikes.
hold on. But we go over there fighting these people for their oil when it's been proven that we got oil right here in the United States, but we don't mess up our beaches and our coastline to get the oil. So we go over there and get your oil just so we don't mess up our beaches and coastline. They said we got more oil here in Texas and everywhere else around here.
Man,
But we don't want to mess up our environment in this country. But we go over there
You
and get
talking
yours
about
and mess your country.
that drilling on the banks and stuff.
Man, they doing that. So when we go electric in the next 5 or 10 years, they'll have some type of bargaining chips for overseas. That's all that is. But I'm going back to D.C. Keep on talking about we lost. We lost that war, and Mike and I can't agree with that.
Boss, when the what's the boy that was working for Trump? When he went over there, he basically surrendered. No, what are you talking about? We
talking
lost
about
the war, man. When the boy went over there representing Trump, what
You
was,
talking about Kushner?
was he the Attorney General?
Jared Kushner.
No, not Kushner.
The dude from Breitbart, Steve
he
O'Bannon.
went over there. No, not O'Bannon.
We lost the war, dog.
He went over there to surrender, brother. He went over there basically saying, "You got us." You got us. That's why what's happening now, of course, Biden didn't plan right and all that shit to get out of there. But what's happening now is a result of what Trump put out there 7, 8 months before he got out of there.
I just think we reached a point where it's just pointless to keep going on and on.
Yeah.
We lost, man.
All there is to it.
Y'all
I mean,
interviewing like Sha'Carri Richardson. Look, man.
Yeah.
You lost.
I tell you what. What's that military hospital in Virginia? What's that military hospital in
Unlike
Virginia?
They come out
these
there
guys
in
with
them
limbs
flip-flops and them skirts with them AK-47s, and we lost.
Unlike
DC,
to the military
DC, you
hospital
really
in
making it seem
Virginia.
like we lost to a very
interview them
subpar
guys with
opponent,
one
man.
limb.
And that wasn't the
Military
case.
hospital in Virginia. interview them guys
Unlike
with one limb.
Sha'Carri,
They're
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell you we
listen to
lost
the
the war.
publicist.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Bo?
You know what I said?
What'd you say,
Go
Bo?
to the military hospital up there in Virginia and see all these guys with all these limbs lost. They're gonna tell you, yeah, we lost that war. We lost. There's more people came back hurt from that war.
How do you?
We lost.
Man,
telling us,
come on now.
Look here, man. They told us, you got to the 31st, get your ass out of here, and we hauling ass
It's
out.
not-
We lost, man.
It's not a loss necessarily because when
Thank
you
you,
look
because we
at-
did not try to
when
go
you
and
look at-
occupy.
First of all, if you look at the number of Afghans,
Boy, they
people that
brainwash
have died
y'all.
versus
And
U.S.
when y'all go to that military, I'm serious, they brainwashing, man.
But no,
They brainwash.
how do you
going to your
determine-
daughter's
How do
volleyball
you
game?
determine a win versus a loss? Because you have to
Tell 'em,
look
Mike.
at, when you look at the number of deaths, they've lost way more people than we have.
Way
in the
more
United States.
infrastructure,
way more people.
everything. And
We just fighting a war.
we
I
didn't
mean,
go there to
right
occupy.
now, it makes no sense for us to continue to go on fighting
Right,
that war.
but we
What is
didn't
the
lose.
purpose?
Yeah.
What's the point
Exactly.
of
That's
that?
what we lost.
Who
We should have been
said-
on that in the first place.
Who
That's
said
what we
you
lost.
got? Who said you got to the 31st to get your people and all your shit the fuck off my land? Who said that?
I don't know if they said that. We just know Biden said I'm pulling them out. I think you add that in.
Hey,
DC, I think you
Biden
add that
gonna say, get to
31st.
the
We
airport.
just,
I
Do
think
you
we
say
reached
that
a
to
point.
somebody that just whipped your ass, just won the war?
We reached a point
Biden
where it
says,
doesn't
if
benefit
you're
the
American,
United
get to
States.
the airport.
we're no longer
Because
take you out of there.
we over there defending them. That's not beneficial for us necessarily.
and we probably done drained all their minerals.
But
We wasted
in
our
20
resources.
in 20 years, you got to tuck your tail and get your ass out of there by the 31st.
Dude, see, he gave the 31st. Now, I need to hear that now. I think you making that up. The 31st?
Well,
Biden was
Biden
talking
telling people,
about trying to
get
get
to the
extended.
airport and we get you out of there. But the Taliban said you can't get to the airport.
You get your ass out of here on 31st. Or it's gonna, y'all gonna have to hear from us. And they trying to get their ass out of there. We lost, man. What is the problem with y'all admitting that we lost the war?
Sha'Carri
the way he
Richardson
said
As
it.
a loss,
I don't see it as a loss, but man, it's just the way you saying it, man. We lost, man, to a bunch of people
How would-
saying those.
what would have made it a
What,
win?
man?
What would have made it a win in your mind?
Just
It's a
did-
loss. They're running you out of their country.
They're running
That's not
you
a
out.
No.
They're running
It's
you
not-
out.
we
You
coulda
was
stayed
invited
longer.
in. Now they're running
We
you
coulda
out.
They
stayed
didn't run us
longer.
out. We stayed as long
We
as
could
we
have stayed
wanted.
longer. We stayed longer.
We've been
as
there
we
20
wanted to.
years.
And then Trump said we getting up out of there. Yeah.
Let's see.
We
Let's
stayed
see
as
what
long
happens
as we
to-
wanted.
You sound like some.
You lost, and you got to take. You got to
you sound like some of my
take a
some of
half
my
a
tenants
football with you.
when I put their ass out. I was gonna leave anyway. Okay, well everybody happy then. Get your ass on out of here. I was gonna leave anyway. Okay, all right.
DC, come on, man.
Wow.
We lost, man.
Come on,
It
DC.
ain't on y'all, man. Y'all was taking pictures and shit. I don't know what you did. You was out there with cameras.
Come on, DC, man.
You know, but we lost.
DC, a loss. Come on, man. Work with us.
Listen, man. Them boys come out there in flip-flops and them dresses.
Wow.
Mike, will
And
you
y'all
tell this dude?
Y'all was over there with all them helmets and all this artillery and nuclear,
Mike, will you
nuclear,
tell this dude that's not how it went
shiny
down?
boots, and they ran y'all right now. We skirmishing trying to get the hell out of there because they say you got till the 31st.
Okay, all right. DC said we lost. We lost.
Will you go? Will you go over there to vacate? Will you go? Will you go on a vacation over there now?
They know what the truth is. This ain't Jeopardy, man.
You're not gonna go over there on vacation. Like you.
They say some people.
Oh,
go
we
there
won.
vacation.
We come back over here to go.
I ain't got no sympathy for them. In the hell you go to Afghanistan for a vacation for?
For the money, but I give up. You win. I'm not gonna say those words. I'm just gonna say we were done. It's time to come home.
Well, you said what was most important. You said I win, so that was most important. You've been listening to this
Hey.
race. I rest my case. The man that admitted I won.
I submit, even though I'm always winning, this is the man with the microphone, DC.
Wow.
Sixth funniest man in the world.
Is this the final? Is this the final? This is the final break.
That's a wrap.
Hey man, Mississippi, Columbus, I'm coming. OP, Friday.
Yeah.
This weekend. Punchline, Sunday night, 4 P.
Yeah, you gonna
Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, I got another public. Hey, DC, let me do a public announcement real quick.
All right.
William, hit the music real quick. Hey, man, yesterday I had a car wreck. Grabbing my phone, driving, hit somebody. Had some open container in the car. DC, you got a whole bunch of people on your show who've been in jail, dog. I had an open container in the car. So I'm telling everybody, if the call, I was reaching for my phone, and I hit somebody. I said, man, stay off that phone while you're driving. I'm on living testimony that it ain't good. It ain't good.
You all right? You all right? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, boy.
Good. Yeah.
Anybody
Yeah.
get?
Let's
Anybody,
see y'all, man. Next time.
Anybody get hurt?
No.
All right. Jackie, whip your
Yeah, for
ass.
Man, put the handcuffs on too tight. That's all. The worst thing ever is being 6'3" and sitting in the back of a police car. It ain't comfortable.
They gonna be able to fix your truck?
Yeah. We got it going in. Yeah. Yeah, we good. But don't text and drive. Don't be handling your phone while you driving, man. Thank you.
Nigga get DUI and he say don't text and drive. How about don't drink and drive, nigga? How about that?
Yeah, I had an open container. In the car. Yeah. That's what they got me with. And they found a little dust in the car, a little grass that was growing in the seat.
Oh. You gotta pace yourself, Bo.
Yes, sir.
Pace yourself,
Yes,
man.
sir. Y'all
right.
be safe, man.
That's all they need to
Enjoy
hear
the
on
show
the air.
tonight. Yeah.
Right on, boy.
Hey, I'm just being straight up with you, man. Be safe
Right
out
on,
there.
dog. It's all good.
Yeah. All right.
Right, talking out your ass.
Rockets and moonshots